Hey guys, how you doing? Samuel here. I just want to give you a prophetic insight. By the way, if you want the full exclusive of this broadcast, please go to my Rumble one. It's in the link below and stuff like that. So this is more the, I would say, the censored version of it. So, anyways, I want to talk about, um, what one question that I had someone wrote about the you know the rapture and when that's going to take place, that kind of stuff, and talking about the billion soul harvest. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Um, People are talking about that, and it was prophesied by numbers of people. Like I think the popular one was from Bob Jones, and other people have spoken with it, saying that it's going to be a great revival, harvest, and all this stuff regarding that. And especially when 2020 came around, a lot of people was in the bandwagon regarding that about revival and all this stuff, me included. Okay, I was believing for a revival, change, God's empowerment, and all these people get healed, saved, and all this stuff, miraculous stuff happening. And then, as you know, March came about of last year, and we had the lockdowns. And so, as we know, things have changed, and people have changed their tone and all this stuff and stuff. Anyway, so the question that came to my mind was actually someone talking about the so-called well, basically, I guess the topic is the rapture. Okay, and my opinion, I think the rapture is going to happen is around the Feast of Trumpet. And those who may not know when the Feast of Trumpet is, I think it's, let me just look it up quick here. Feast of Trumpet is supposed to be around September, I think. And that's 2021, which is this year. Feast of Trumpets. That's actually around the time of the Rosh Hashanah time. And you can look at my video where that's going to come about. And so, anyways, that's my opinion on the Feast of Trumpet. By the way, the date, I'm trying to get the date here for you so I can try to be accurate, okay? Feast of Trumpets, September the 8th. September the 8th, okay? So let me just make a snapshot of this here so you guys can see it here. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to donate, you can donate. That'd be great. If not, I understand. And but anyways, here's the I would say the calendar of this year as far as the activities that may happen in the Feast of Trumpet. So we're going to look at the Feast of Trumpet here for a second here, and I'm going to go into the Billion Soul Harvest comment in a bit here. Okay, so we're looking here, right here, my brothers and sisters, right here. Okay, so obviously the rapture didn't happen in May, right? That was the Feast of Weeks, but didn't happen. It didn't happen in Passover. Okay, now the next thing would be, I'm thinking, is the Feast of Trumpet, which is September the 8th. Also, it's in Rosh Hashanah, which is the new year. That could happen. Okay, that's my opinion. Where I think the rapture could happen. Now, going back to this billion soul harvest thing, this was actually a prophecy. As I mentioned, I think it was Bob Jones who mentioned it. Great prophet. And very interesting, very interesting. Now I believe in prophecy. I believe in the prophetic and everything like that. Like, for example, Ken Clement talked about two presidents. That's a famous one, and everybody said, "Oh my gosh, what did he say? What did he say?" He's so right, and sure enough, that came to pass, right? Now, I'm not mocking any prophetic, any stuff like that, but a lot of prophecies come up and people say stuff and don't happen. And I've heard a lot of people, and I'm not going to make names or anything like that. But okay, for my now, not to beat around the bush, I guess good to the point. Billion soul harvest. People are asking. It's, that my opinion as far as the billion soul harvest thing, I think it's happening already. I think it's already happening. It may not happen in large numbers like a billion at one time, you know. I think it could happen. I think it's happening like little amounts, you know, like maybe five here, 10 here, 1,000 here, a million here, 20,000 here, and all this stuff. I mean, there's the gospel being preached through the whole world already. Now, there's a scripture, right? It says the gospel shall be preached to the whole world, and then the end come. Okay, so let me bring that up here. Hold on. Okay, so we're back here. Now, this is the scripture here. It says the gospel, the kingdom, shall be preached to the whole world for witness unto the nations, and then the end will come. Well, the end have come, meaning what the end? End of tribulation, and of what, you know. So so this terminology on this, a lot of people are saying the billion souls harvest. So let me going back to on this billion soul harvest here. Sorry, getting these rabbit trails here. Okay, so my opinion again, the billion soul harvest is already happening. Okay, through the internet. Now the internet is going through the whole world. People are watching things online through the phones, podcasts, all this stuff. So I mean, I'm talking to people like in parts of China, Hong Kong, India, and Russia, and UK, everywhere in the UK. So people are tuning in, man. I mean, everybody's hearing the gospel, okay? And there's rallies and stuff like that. You know, people are getting saved here and there and stuff. So my opinion, the billion souls are already happening, okay? Now, if it's happening in large numbers, some, yeah, some. But if you add it all up, it's probably about a billion, right? So the gospel is being preached. So this scripture here is already happening, folks, and that's why I think also that we are in the end. Now let's look in this. So that's my opinion about the billion soul harvest and the rapture. So Jesus can technically come anytime, folks. Anytime. He could come right now. Okay, he doesn't have to come in the Feast of Trumpet. He could come now. And my opinion is that scripture where he says that he will leave the 99 for the one. Okay, he will leave the 99 for the one. So picture this: the Noah's Ark. Okay, the rain is happening. Noah just built the ark already, and so now all the animals are coming into the ark before the flood, right? So Jesus will leave the 99 for the one. He'll wait till the last minute before all hell loose come in and stuff like that. So this is already happening, folks. That God could come anytime. So this billion soul harvest thing, and when it's supposed to happen, it's already happened. If you're thinking this big gathering thing like that, think of it as like tricklets, you know, meaning that in parts, add it up. You take a little coin here, a little coin there, and you add it all up, so you have a billion. So that's my opinion on this billion soul harvest of rapture, before the rapture, whatever. So my opinion is God is coming already. He can happen anytime because the gospel is being preached to the whole world already. Now let's look in the book of Matthew for a second here. So before I go off track, okay, this is the book of Matthew talks about the end time. By the way, look into Revelation because I believe we're in Revelations already. Okay. Now, one thing I want to stress here is that the disciples ask him, when is the signs of the end of the age? Jesus answers, says, many will come in my name, proclaim Messiah, and deceive many. Okay, that's been happening, okay? That's been happening even from the past. If you hear wars, rumors of wars, okay, that's no reason. Okay, that's already happening. Okay, nations against nations, okay, that's happening already. Earthquake and famine in various places, that's already happening. In fact, we just had that big earthquake in Alaska, 8.2. That's a huge earthquake. They said it's like the biggest earthquake they ever had. Okay, so that's already happening. So these are birth pains. That's already happening, folks. Then they will hand you over to be persecuted, put to death, hated of all nations of me. Okay, if you think about it, that is happening already. Okay. being persecuted. If you're a Christian, if you stand up certain things, they will censor you, they will take you off and all this stuff. So I don't have to go into that. Otherwise, I'll be cut off myself in this. Otherwise, that's why you have to go to Rumble once what's left to it. Censorship. So that's happening already. Increase of wickedness and most people whatever. So okay, so this is already happening. The increase of wickedness, that we can say that's happening. The gospel testament that we just read about that. That's already happening. That's already happening. Okay, so then he was at holy places. The abominations of all nations have spoken. Daniel, this is flee the mountains, all this stuff right here. Okay, so now it says also here is this is flee because the Antichrist has come about. Then it's talking about the Sabbath and the fight. It says make sure you're not flying during the winter and on the Sabbath. Basically, during this time, it's not good to fly. Now this sounds like right now, man. I mean, with everything happening right now with the pandemic, and it's not a good time to fly, man. It's not a good time to have kids. According to the scripture here, verse 19, it says dreadful for a pregnant woman, nursing moms, and all that. You're seeing it right in front of me, right here. Now it's talking all this stuff about the Antichrist. Now I believe. Okay, now here's a rabbit trail thing here about the Antichrist. I believe the Antichrist is already here, folks, and I believe that he may not show his face right now. He may not say, "Hey, I'm here. His name is da da da," is the Antichrist. It may not be like that. Okay, I'm not saying that he hasn't showed his face. Nobody knows who he is, but he is behind the scenes already, and I know. It's just obvious. So let's go on. So it says, okay, if those days were not been sure, you will not be for because of the elect sake, so those will not be saved. All right. So then it says, look up, Jesus is coming, or the Messiah is coming, and this is for false messiahs and prophets who will appear great signs, do miraculous stuff, and stuff. We already know that's already happening. Verse 26, it talks about the wilderness. It says there, he will. They say if he comes in wilderness, interim says, do not believe him. All that stuff. So it's already happening. Verse 29. The sun will be darkened, the moon shall give off its light, the stars shall be fallen, the heaven, whatever bodies will be shaken. This is a different translation, by the way. We've had the blood moons, okay? We've had the eclipse, okay? And then we have meteors, stars are falling. So now we have this big meteor that's coming, right? And you got to look in the archives. There it is, the big meteor coming. That's going to be pretty bad. And that gives us another reason why we want to get out of here. Okay, so it talks about that. It talks about the Son of Man and the earth and all this stuff. Here's the scripture right there. Okay, so it goes on. Now it says right here, on the day of no one shall know the hours, not even the angels and the da-da-da and all this stuff. Okay, it says, now it talks about the rapture here. It says, for it shall be the days before the flood. Now we're talking about the Noah's Ark, right? They'll be eating, drinking, marrying, and all the celebrations. So it's kind of like now in a way. In some places, most parts, I would say, people are celebrating. They're going to concerts, they're going to gatherings and stuff like that. But they're about to have another thing to happen, which would be pretty close. And you got to look at my exclusive thing because this thing may be coming up very shortly. Some say it might happen in the second week of August. I don't know, but we'll see. So it says that they're celebrating, drinking, marrying, all this stuff, and all of a sudden it happens. Rapture happens. It says that the thief will be coming when nobody is watching. Okay, that's a key part right here, where no one is watching, and the house is broken in. And this the Son of Man will not come, time we're not expected. Okay, when is he coming? Could be summer, right? All right, a lot of people are thinking winter, but it could be the end of summer, right? Could be summertime. So it goes on and it talks about the faithful, the servants, and it talks about the possessions and all this stuff. So that's the verse 24. I love that scripture. It's pretty cool. But I like Revelation. You got to check out Revelation, folks. Revelation, because that's the thing, man. So billion soul harvest, you got the answer here. I believe it's already happening because the gospel is being preached out already through the internet. Not TV, Not a lot of people watching TV anymore. They're watching the internet. Okay. Yeah. And so that thing is already happening. We know about the signs. Let's see here. Put that one up here. Where is that? Okay, did I put that up here? Okay. Now here's the events. This is part of Matthew 24, right? Earthquakes, okay, storms, volcanoes. All these things are kind of happening. We just had that big old earthquake here. This is just a little nugget I'm throwing to you. Why do we want the rapture? Because this is happening. Here's the flood, right? Okay, that's happening right now. Um, yep, that's happening there. There's the flood, right? There's Noah's Ark, and we want to. Why do we want to rapture? Why? Okay, here's Noah's flood. Here it is. Okay, that's the floods. I believe, by the way, all these floods and all this stuff happening. This is kind of like what's happening regarding a sign. Because remember, I said that prophetically, it's happening in the spirit and the natural. It's kind of showing. Okay, it's kind of happening, right? It shows the flood. It shows the coming. And so that's another reason why I believe the rapture is happening. Why do we want the rapture? Because we want to escape. Yeah, we want to escape. That's why you want the rapture, right? You want to get out of here before hell breaks loose. Or I would say the thing happens, right? Uh, when the thing crashes or whatever, we want the escape. Yeah, hey, that's why we want the rapture. We want to escape. Hey, I want to escape, don't you? That's why we want the rapture, folks. I don't know about you, but that's why we're here. That's why we're preaching. That's why we're talking about the rapture. So, let's see what else I'm going to say before I cut off here. Because this is going to happen pretty soon too. There are words of shortages and all this stuff happening and stuff like that. So I encourage you to go to Rumble now and check it out. But that's pretty much it, folks. Noah's Ark, times of Noah, gospel being preached, rapture, and I'm probably missing something, but that's all I can cover in this channel here, in this place here, without getting taken off. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go into the Rebel page to get the full analysis of what's going on as well. God bless you guys. Have a great weekend.